What's up, guys? Luna Wolf MXS here. I know I haven't been on in a minute, and I don't know. I just figured I would try some videos, so whatever. Anthony Johnson, Anthony Rumble Johnson, if you don't know who I'm talking about, he's an MMA fighter. He fought in the UFC. He fought, which is insane to think of, he fought at 170 pounds. He's 6'2". He fought at 170 pounds. He is a big guy. I want to say he tried 185, and that didn't work out. He couldn't make weight because he got to where he couldn't make weight anymore. And then he fought at 205, and I believe he's fought at heavyweight before. Not 100% sure about that. But I guarantee you he's a heavyweight now. He's 6'2". He is a massive dude. He is thick, and he is a scary guy. If you've watched him fight, he appears to be a nice guy on camera, but if you've watched him fight, he is a scary dude. He has been doing MMA for a very long time. He's 22 and 6 as a pro, which is a crazy record. And he has wins over insane dude Ryan Bader, which is a freak athlete, a massive guy. Alexander Gustafsson, which is one of the only guys to almost beat John Jones. So he has a win over him. And Glover Teixeira, he has a crazy knockout victory over Glover. This is a massive guy. He assaulted his girlfriend. Now, like, you think assault, but what he did was him and his girlfriend were arguing at her house. She owned the house or apartment or whatever it was. She was in possession of the property. So they got into an argument. So she started packing his stuff up, telling him he needed to leave. I haven't seen anything where it says like she struck him or hit him or something. Everything I've looked up to try and figure out what was going on. Him and his girlfriend were arguing. He said he didn't want to argue anymore, so he picked her up. Now they're arguing. It's a heated argument. I guarantee you she wasn't laughing and giggling when he picked her up. He picked her up in what they call a football carry. I assume that's like he just grabbed her like a double leg takedown. He grabbed her legs behind the knees and then put her over like he's carrying a sack of potatoes or whatever. And it said that he moved her to a different room of the house and set her down. It's assault. I'm sorry. Like, she's not getting physical with you, and then you decide, especially as a man of his size and the profession he's from in mixed martial arts, if you pick up if you pick up a bunch of women, people are going to be like, what's going on? Now, if you pick up a woman when you're having an argument, that's an act of aggression. You're trying to show her, which he did say, I was tired of arguing, so I picked her up and took her into another room for whatever reasons. He was showing aggression. He was showing that I'm stronger than you. I can hurt you. Let's stop arguing. And whatever. But there's people who are defending him. There's people who are defending him. MMA fighters who are defending him, saying that it wasn't like the woman overreacted for contacting police and all that. And also that he's not a bad person. This is the second time I believe he's been charged with assault or whatever. I do know that I hate to say this, but because when you see him on camera, he's such a nice guy. He's so nice to people. He's respectful. But he also has this side of him where he bullies people. He bullied this girl. It was a big story at the time, like TMZ and places covered it. He was in the gym, and apparently he didn't like the way this girl was working out. This girl was like doing yoga or something like that, and he got mad and posted her on, maybe not her, but it was like her name or something about her. He posted her on his Instagram or Twitter. It's kind of vague to me, but I do know that this happened, and he destroyed her. Was like, she shouldn't be in this gym. She shouldn't be anywhere near actual athletes and stuff. And he just kind of like bullied this girl. So, and he had I believe before that he had another assault, either a domestic violence or something. I would have to do more research. The point I'm trying to make is he got physical with a woman who did not want to get physical, so he got taken to jail for it. He went to jail, and there's people defending him saying he shouldn't have went to jail because he didn't hurt her. That has nothing to do with assault. If I spit in your face, I didn't hurt you, but it's assault. I can go to jail. I mean, try it on a cop. Try spitting in a cop's face. You're going to jail because it's assault. If you're having a discussion or an argument with someone and you put your hands on them, that's assault. I don't know what else to tell you. There's people saying, like, credible people, mixed martial artists, saying that it's not assault and he wasn't trying to hurt her. I know exactly what he did. It was an act of aggression. His girlfriend was arguing. He either couldn't win the argument or didn't like the argument, so he decided to show her how strong he was and how small she was by picking her up and just, I don't know if he said anything. It didn't say that he said anything when he was carrying her around, but it's an act of aggression. He was showing that he's stronger than her and he could kill her basically if he wanted to. It's assault. I'm telling you, anybody who disagrees that it's assault or that he's in the wrong, have somebody just straight walk up one of your best friends just walk up in your house and y'all are having a heated argument over something very personal and serious to you, and then all of a sudden your friend just picks you up and is like carrying you around. You're not going to be happy because it's assault. So I don't understand. It's a closed case. It's so cut and dry. She didn't want to be touched. He touched her. Boom! You're going to jail because it's assault. I can see this clear as day, and there's a lot of people on the internet, a lot of credible people. It's what scares me, MMA fighters and all that are saying that he was not in the wrong, he shouldn't go to jail, and she's crazy. That's insane to me. To say some small female gets picked up while they're in an argument, gets picked up by a 6'2". He's probably Anthony Johnson probably weighs. Looking at him, I would because the police they put his profession down wrong. He's a fighter. His profession should have been like fighting. They put him down as a bodybuilder. He is a massive dude. He probably walks around, I don't know, 225, 230, probably heavier than that right now. Jacked. He's a big man. He probably seriously walks around heavier than 230 looking at him compared to other fighters. Because he doesn't fight anymore. He's put on a little bit of weight. He doesn't have to cut weight anymore to get down to 205. So he's put on a little bit of weight, and he is massive. So I just don't understand how credible people can come out and say that this girl's crazy, she's in the wrong, she should have never called the cops. That's the wrong message to be sending. Because if you get physical with your significant other, your girlfriend, your wife, or even on the flip side, if you're a girl and you get physical with your boyfriend or your husband and they call the cops, or like if they saw something like an MMA fighter saying quit being a punk, like don't call the cops, maybe they won't call the cops and then the abuse just continues. You know what I'm saying? That's not a message, especially with a female being abused in this situation, because men for the most part are stronger than women. And you're telling females all around the world that, hey, just because your boyfriend gets physical with you, that ain't no reason to call the cops. And there's MMA fighters, professional MMA fighters who are on TV almost all the time, who have a lot of influence, and they're basically telling women, hey, just because you're in an argument with your boyfriend and he gets physical with you, you don't need to call the cops. That's messed up. And I think that's kind of why I haven't done a video in a while. I've been extremely busy. I've been moving my girlfriend into my house and all that. And I have like parts for tables everywhere and parts for furniture everywhere. But it made me so angry to see these professional fighters who have a big stage, who have a large audience. It angered me to see them say that, hey, Anthony Johnson is not in the wrong. The girl that called the cops is in the wrong. That's just messed up. That's sending the wrong message because domestic violence is a real thing. It happens, and for the most part, it's men that do it to women. And then you're going to tell these women that they shouldn't be calling the cops just because their boyfriend hurt them a little bit or got physical. That's jacked up, and that's why I felt like I had to make this video just to kind of clear my own conscience. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Check me out, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, and like always, check me out the street.